Hey, hello everybody. Good morning. This is Kevin Chan here, right? So 7:30 in the morning as usual. So today we will be looking at the flying star feng shui for the month of August for 2024. And really fast, we have already crossed the half a year mark. Yes, monkey actually marked half a year for the Chinese calendar, right? So you're at the 6 month point of it, right? So it's the water monkey ren month. So how you guys doing? Oh, hello, Lai Ping, how are you doing? Good morning. Hey, Peppoy, good morning to you. Eve, how are you doing, man? Right, so hopefully everybody is in a very healthy manner. I'm having a bit of the cold, right? So for traveling for too long. Last 1 week I was like every day traveling up and down, like Johor, Penang, halfway Johor, KL, Penang, right? So that's what I've been doing, right? So now we're gonna take a look at the feng shui energy, right? So hopefully everybody is ready for it, right? So let's go, and let me shrink myself down to a smaller version before I forget. Getting old. Right, so if you're not joined the Telegram group, right? So this way you go and join the Telegram group, or if you wanna sign up for the newsletter. Right, so newsletter, I will actually publish all these forecasts prior to the actual what we call broadcast. So there will be some write up in the broadcast, in the newsletter, so that you know what to do. So you can basically what you call prepare yourself. There is a written format of it. So you can go to Substack and actually get it signed up. Right. So hello Yan Yi, how you doing morning? Right. So it's a new name. Welcome to the Good Morning team here. Right, so flying star, right? So the flying star is actually not a very difficult system because anyhow you only got 9 separate stars is moving around on different sector. It become complicated when you need to analyze the combination of the star. So which is where the what we call essence of the flying star is. So you can go and find some ancient tome, what we call classical text. Okay, classical text that will actually give you some form of a description of the star combination. So but anyway, right, so there's actually 3 components that's running in a flying star chart. So you have the what we call the facing star, the sitting star, or you can say the active star and the yin star. And also there is the plate element. So the third one is the plate element. So both these star will interact in an environment, right? So that actually give you the energy signature of that particular palace. So once you understand the energy signature of the particular palace, you just imagine it like a turbo button in your car. It's like a turbo button in your car, right? So but before you press the turbo button, right, you need to very clearly know which direction you're going. You can't simply press the turbo button, right? Because the turbo button push your car forward with all the explosion force. So if you're pointing your car to the wrong direction, which is where a lot of people is pointing their car is, then you get into more trouble than you would have what we call parking. Right? So you see, you point the wrong direction, you turbo to the wrong direction. Right? So you need to know where to point in the particular direction. So that's why you need to know what activity are you going to perform or you plan to perform first. Then you find the right energy that supports the activity. Then you activate the energy. So when we talk about activating the energy, it's actually very easy. Is to make the particular energy into yang mode. So 3 of the easiest way for you to do so is to either to sit at a particular sector and actually perform the work. So that is the most direct method for you to be affected by the energy at the area, which is to sit down and actually perform the work. Or else you can use a candlelight. So candlelight also work, right? So candle basically is fire. Fire is yang element. So that will work. Or you can use water. So water is a safer alternative. Water is also much more cheaper. The thing you need to know, if you spill the water or anything happen to the water, you just get wet floor. If you use candle, anything happen, you might burn down your house. Just be careful, right? So candle give you faster effect, but it's shorter, right? Shorter, so it doesn't have a lasting effect. Water give you what we call more stable effect, although it's called slow, right? More stable effect, but it lasts a bit more longer. It's easier for you, right? So that's why a lot of time we ask, whether use water or use fire. Up to you, right? So to me, it's basically up to you, right? So this sort of energy is basically going to be used for 1 month only. So I don't have a very big negative against if you're gonna use this in a what we call direct indirect spirits what we call direction. If this is an annual activation, then yes, there's consideration on the direct indirect spirit. But for monthly activation or just short activation, there's even a shorter activation, right? So basically that. So you need to know this one what you want to do first. Hello, Jocelyn. Good morning. right? So that's the three method that you can use to activate the energy, either one of it. You choose which one you want. But first of all, more importantly is that you need to identify your activity versus the energy signature. So this is what we are trying to understand today, is to understand the energy signature. As for the activity, you decide on your own now, because I don't know what you want to do. Okay, really simple. Come, let's take a look at all the energy signatures. So this is the energy distribution map, if you want to call it, for this particular month. So every month the energy will start to shift around. Every single month the energy will start to shift around, so they will go to their different places. So in a way, you will take a look at it, whichever sector that you are occupying. Occupy mean that, let's take an example, sector of your door. Right? You don't have to worry, all the 9-star energy will visit the door in a year. Right? There's 12 years, there's only 9 numbers. So either one of the month they will basically visit that particular place. So the idea is whether you are able to structure, sequence your activity so that you'll be able to use the energy that's required, right? So sometimes there's no point or not every single time going to use the same energy. Like for example, the well star. A lot of people like to chase after the well star. The well star doesn't actually bring money. The well star only enhances activity. So you can imagine, if the activity that you're performing is actually the wrong activity, you just get more wrong activity. Makes sense to you? Right? The more wrong activity doesn't bring you any closer to money. If the activity that you are doing is not leading you to money. Like for example, right? So this one a bit, some of it will feel a bit hurt. So if you're in the employment line, no matter how hardworking you are, your salary last month, this month, next month is gonna look the same. If in that case, right, you're activating the well star, you only get more work lah. Work that other people cannot finish, right? It's all piled to you, because you finish your work already, right? You got no work to do, right? They will pile other people work to you. But your salary is gonna be exactly the same as the guy that did not finish the work. So I don't know whether that is what your target is. Hello, Landorf. Right, welcome from Germany, from Berlin. Wow, Berlin is a very historical place. So Berlin is the place whereby they push down the wall, right? Berlin Wall. Right, so yeah, hello Mabel, how are you doing? All right, so monkey belong to the southwest, right? So that's where inside the Chinese compass, if you take a look at the Chinese Lopan Chinese compass, the monkey actually belong to southwest, specifically southwest street. So we will start off with today's on energy signature, looking at southwest. Come, southwest. Yay, it works. Right, so star number 5. Right, so now star number 5 has always been a very negative star. Right, because the only reason why it's negative is that it's too far away from the period energy. So right now we are in period 9. So period 9, the star 5 is very far away from the active period energy. So when you are too far away from the active period energy, you exhibit more of the negative trait than the positive trait. Every star also got a spectrum of a negative, positive trait. So whether they display more negative or more positive trait in a star, it depends how far are you from what we call period of name. So right now we're in period of 9, right? So we're in the period of 9. So the period of 5 is actually almost direct opposite of period of 9. So it make the star number 5 very agitated. All right. And also additionally, fire further aggravate the energy of star number 5. So star number 5 belong to the earth energy. Right, so fire will further enhance it. So this make the star number 5 even more agitated, so it will exhibit more of the negative characteristic. So one of the negative characteristic of this star number 5 is that very what we call explosive. So you can see that this combination is like the volcano is really gonna kaboom. So when the volcano go kaboom, you only got two result only when the volcano go kaboom. It's either you create more land. Yeah, your volcano park and places whereby there's initially low land, they can actually create an entire island. Right? And the island will be fertile one. Right? So the volcano ash is actually very, very fertile. Right? So or it will destroy the entire landscape that's basically there. Right? So this is where volcano destroy everything. Right. So now depending on where you're gonna go, right? So now here's the thing, right? If you are going on a downward spiral and you go and activate this, right, you will downward spiral to the bottom of the thing. So it depends on where you stand and where's the bottom, right? If you are standing in a very high places, then you might not reach the bottom even if it's going downward. So that's why star number 5 is often called the emperor star, because emperor can afford to play around with this star. So they got the room to play around with this, right? So if it pointing upward, if you touch this particular star number 5, it will actually catapult you outward. which is the fun part of it, right? So that's why some of the ultra rich they actually uses a lot of the formula that is star 5 primary, right? Because why when they fall down they have enough safety net to fall, so they're fine with it. Losing a few hundred million to them is nothing. So but if it went up, it also give them a few hundred million to spend. It's fine to them. They are okay with this sort of trade-off. But for us normal folk, we are not okay with it. We don't have that thing to lose. And especially if you are using this in your house, it will affect everybody in the house. You may give a bit of a, you might think it's a good deal to you, but it's a very bad deal to the rest of the people in the house. So that's why most of the time, I would say that, star number 5, you just avoid using it. All right. So don't touch it. There's other sector that you basically do. Right, so take a look. So if you're, if you got your live palace, which is in southwest, you got your door is in southwest, you got your bed, which is in southwest, you got kitchen within southwest, then you better be careful of what the particular sector is representing. So there's gonna be a bit of a chaotic situation that's happening in that particular area. Right, so take care. All right, so next one, let's take a look at the southwest. Then we could look at the west. Right, so let's go and take a look at the West. Right, so the West got the 5-1. So the 5 is the annual star. So this year, the annual 5 reside in the West. So that's why we avoid any sort of activation in the West for this particular year, because anyhow, if you activate, you will have. So the star number 1 visiting. So the star number 1 is a clashing star to star number 5. So star number 1 is a water star. So the star number 5 is basically an earth star. So earth and water is basically a clashing element. So when there is always a clashing element, again, right now in feng shui, there's a bit of a different ruling, right? So when we talk about injecting energy into a palace, is either the energy is producing or clashing. Clashing is actually injection of energy into the palace, right? So the star number 1 right now is injecting power into the palace, which is occupied by the star number 5. And furthermore, this is a metal palace. So metal palace will produce the water energy, right? So and now it's further injecting the energy into this, right? So you can imagine this as spreading. Water going to number 5 is called spreading. So this combination is very synonymous with disease spreading, right? So if you are sick, if you're already sick, I would say that please just avoid this particular sector. It's not a sector that you want to play around with, right? So don't see anything positive that you can spread. In business also, this basically is called, you are spreading bad stuff around. So if you're in a business dealing, it could be a very dodgy business deal, right? Very dodgy business deal that you cannot actually see clearly what is basically happening. So not a great place to be in. So of course, if you are already in a dodgy business, then probably probably it's a good thing for you to be, right? So the idea is falling for the wrong person, right? So falling for that the particular person is already wrong, so you still want to be there, right? So if you don't know, then go and watch some Korean or Taiwanese or Japanese love movie. Yeah, falling for a love movie, you always have the somebody falling for the wrong fella, right? That's it, right? So Mabel, Eureka just joined. Xiangling, Xiangling, your Xiangling just joined. Hey, good morning, right? So how are you doing? Right, this is also a sector that I would say that generally just avoid. Right, southwest and west, the energy signature not really that stable, so just avoid it. All right. So come, let's take a look at the northwest. All right, so northwest we got the star number 9. Now star number 9 is the current period most auspicious. You want to call auspicious, timely can, right? So that particular combination. So star number 9 now period 9. So the star number 9 is the most primary, most positive, auspicious energy. So when it's most auspicious energy, right, it doesn't display any of the negativity of it. So star number 9 is in charge of in the classical type is called happiness. Hei Heng. Hei Heng is basically happiness. So it's in charge of this thing called attention. So if you are looking for attention, this is the palace for you to go to look for attention. For what purpose looking for attention? Now, for those of you who are in job market, so employment, if you want to get a promotion, actually people need to see you. It's not your hard working that give you the promotion. You can be very hardworking in a dark place. No one knows that you are there. You're not going to get a promotion. Right, so what happened here is that you need to display yourself so that you grab the attention of the right people. Then they see your quasi performance, then only they can give you the what we call your promotion. So if you're looking for promotion, this is a very good. So the star number 4, which is inside, so 4-9 is a wood fire combination. So wood fire combination classically is called Mokpo Tongming. Mokpo Tongming is very good for looking for what we call intelligent people, right? It's looking for intelligent people, right? So this one is very good for upgrading your mindset. So in job market mean that you basically upgrade your skill. So that's very good, right? So good for network marketing. This combination is better for marketing. Network marketing, usually you would need the star number 1 and 4 combination, right? So network marketing require 1-4 combination. A 4-9 combination just pull in the attention. It's good for the marketing if you want to display yourself. If you work on the stage, right? So when we talk about working on the stage, mean that there is actually no interaction between you and the people under the stage. You go and watch a concert, there's actually no interaction between the singer and also the people who come in. No interaction between the two of you. You scream there, he sing there. It's two separate event one. Okay, understand? So this is basically that. So if you're in the marketing doing that, then this is good, right? So the hexagram, sometimes we talk about the hexagram. The hexagram is a quadrant hexagram. Quadrant is basically just a cooking pot. In the olden day, they use it to cook medicine. Right, they go inside, they're basically close. It's our modern day oven. Okay, so it's basically the more modern day oven itself. So Mabel, selling anything also the a bit difficult to say selling anything, because in the traditional sense, selling is called trade. Trade is called moving something from one place to another place. It's in charge of star number 1. Right? It's basically a trade. Right? So selling thing online is basically a trade. Right? So, but today, if you take a look at it, if you are selling an idea to people, then it's fine, right? So again, a 4-9 is a very academic combination, right? So if you are in the process of what we call educating your crowd on your product, then it's fine. But the actual selling is actually not. Okay, right? So this one is a good one, right? So if you want to use this to up a bit on your skill set, make sure people see your product. It's good for launching a product, right? So that's basically great. Right, so use this particular energy. So you want to use this particular energy, you go to the northwest of your room and then you sit down and do your whatever marketing that you're doing, do it there. Right, just get a flip table or whatever table it is, just go there and do the work. Or if cannot, then northwest there, you just place a bucket of water for 1 month. Candle is gonna be a bit challenging because you need to continue the fire. Okay, so up to you. Right, so let the energy help you a bit, right? So now the north sector. Right, so the north sector here is a 4 and 8 combination, right? So 4 and 8 combination, so it's a wood and also earth counter combination, right? So again, in classical text, always when there is a counter situation, they don't really like it too much. That's how classical text is written. Classical text is basically written in a very elemental. So when the both elemental are not working together, the thing is a bit more what we call a uh, it's a bit more on the negative side. So this one you can imagine the root slowly growing on a very hard ground. So the star number 8 is actually representing a mountain. So you just remember the mountain. So this is like tree or mosses or whatever that if you want to call creeper plants, right? It's trying to cling onto the mountain or trying to cling onto your what we call your building wall, right? So you can see those building wall with a lot of creeper plant. From outside you see it's like, oh, it is looks so nice, right? So it's actually slowly building foundation, right? So if you're in the process of slowly building foundation, so star number 4 again, it is increasing your knowledge, right? So star number 4 has a lot to do with knowledge increasement. Actually the star number 4 is the star of charm. So in the olden day, if you want people to teach you things, right? So you want to increase your knowledge, you need to be able to charm the teacher, right? So only the teacher will be willing to teach you stuff, right? So information, knowledge is very, very scarce in the olden day. Not like right now, Right now, star number 4, I think is very, very less already the what we call the actual usage. Because why? You want to know knowledge, right? Go chat GPT lah. I heard that chat GPT just joined the search engine game. Yeah, chat GPT got search engine right now. So you don't even need to go and do search engine. Hello Annie, how are you doing? Good morning. All right, so if you are in the process of building up your what we call foundation, right? So this is a awesome place for you to be in, right? So use the north sector, sit in the north sector, do some planning, do some foundational work. Very good for study, very, very good for study. Right? So you're gonna study mean that you're gonna acquire the new skill set you're gonna use it, right? Right, Ragnar, how are you doing? What haven't been released? Who's in jail? Okay, right. So let's go to the northeast side. Right? So northeast side, you got the star number 2 visiting. Now this is the one that you need to start to study a bit, right? So now traditionally, the star number 2 has been associated with the negative side of what we call sickness. So because that is in period 8, in period 8, the star number 2 is actually a sickness. But when you go into period 9, so this is where the timeliness of the star start to switch. So the star of number 2 right now is slowly switching into their timeliness part. So the sickness portion of the star actually stopped. I haven't released yet the search GPT, right? So I also just saw somebody posting the screenshot. So I thought it was already released. All right. Thank you for updating right now. Right. So the star number 2 is slowly becoming more and more positive. So now just tell you the star number 8, star number 5, star number 2, all three of them is actually called the well star. Right. So all three of them is called effort star. Which call it an effort star. Right. So the star number 8 has a stable effort signature, whereas the star number 2 have a cumulative effort signature. So cumulative effort means that it is a star that has to do with nurturing. Right. So nurturing very easy because the star number 2 actually represent farmland. So you see how farmland work. Farmland work is that you put a seed on the ground. You need to tender and care for the seed, right? You need to tender care for seed. You need to weed the fella. You need to give water to the fella. Then slowly only the seed will be able to grow into a big apple tree. So when the big apple tree has grown fully already, it will continuously give you apple with very little tendering required. Yeah, when the tree is big already, actually you don't need to take care of the tree anymore, but it will just keep on producing apple. So can you see that this is a very cumulative, right? So if you're in the activity of actually what we call culturing or nurturing, it's actually a very good start. So like for example, building a community. So slowly building up a community. So that's very good. This star number 2 also represent your military training camp. So when you talk about military training camp, it's pretty simple. You send somebody who doesn't know how to fight into the military training camp. After a certain amount of time of slowly nurturing, teaching the fella, so the fella pick up how to fight already. Then the fella forever know how to fight. Right? Can you see? It's a big investment in the front part. Then after that is perpetual return. That is star number 2. So you want those type of what we call energy signature. Right? That's what you basically do. Right? So in Gua study, right? The trigram study, right? So these 2 represent the mother, the 6 represent the father. So you just imagine both mother, father decide to come in and nurture you, right? Yeah, you got free Wi-Fi from your mom and dad. You stay in the house, the mom and dad supply you with free Wi-Fi, and you can do your YouTube thing, right? So that's the imagination of it, right? So if you are building something that you're trying to nurture and build something for long term, this is the energy for you to go for, right? It helps you to basically do that, right? So you want the energy, go and use this particular sector, or you can use fire to activate this particular sector, right? Fire will be a good energy to use to activate because the star number 2 basically belong to earth, so it will further enhance the what we call quality of the star number 2, right? So go ahead and use that, right? So and we go into the east sector, right? East sector got the star number 6. So the star number 6 is the star of control, it's the star of authority, the star of the power. So in the olden day, this is the axe and the sword, right? So it is the action star, right? So this is the most powerful, strongest star among all the other stars, because this one represent really getting things done. So it represents decision making. So if you want improve your decision making, so you want to be more deterministic, this is the energy you want to activate, right? So together with the star number 1, so it will further enhance your influence, right? So you can call star number 6 also is an influence star, power star. You don't listen to me, I punch you like that one star, right? So that's star number 6. So the star number 1 is spreading, so this is spreading influence. So you'll be able to connect with people who have a lot of influence. You'll be able to what we call interact with them, right? Hence you have the ability to what we call further understand how to play the power game, right? So the what we call the hexagram, right? The hexagram litigation. Now, a lot of people translate the litigation wrongly. Sorry to say, right? So when they translate the litigation, right, they think this one has to do with court case, because that's what in our brain, right, is programmed in the modern world. Litigation in court case, because litigation is a term that is used in court, right? In Chinese, when we use the word song, song just means two-person communicating. It's actually called 诉讼, 诉讼. 诉讼 means that sending letter. Right, in the olden day, right, when you want to talk to somebody, when you want to give information to someone, there's no such thing as picking up the phone and talk to people. No such thing. You want to send a message, you have to give a message to the horse guy, porter, call it porter, and then the porter need to bring the horse over to the other side. And this one will go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, but there's going to be a lot of missing information. We do back and forth because why? Timing wise, it's very wrong. So you have the information at this current moment, which is true. By the time you send the letter out, when you reach there, your information is wrong already. By the time the fellow is responding to something that is, in the historical timeline. So his response is going to be wrong. So you're going to keep on sending wrong info, responding. So that's why it's a long-winded talk between two persons. So for business, this is good. For business, you have a good time to establish the trade route, to negotiate with the other side, right? So to do this a bit of a power play, pulling the ropes around, right? So if you enjoy those kind of situation, some people really love that, wasting like half a day, chatting with each other, building the relationship. Some people really like it, right? So then this is a sector for you to do. For businessmen, January 1/6 is a very, very good combination to use, right? So if you're in business, you want to do discussion, you want to see who power is stronger, right? Feel free to go and use the East sector, right? So it's one of the good sector that you can use. Then you have your Southeast. Southeast got the star number 7. So if the star number 6 is punch the hell out of you, the star number 7 is the loser who need to engage in negotiation. So the star number 7 is the communication stuff. Is the one that start talking, because both of them are metal, you see. So both of them matter. Why? They have a different nature. So in the classical text, the star number 7 represents the losing party. The star number 6 represents the winning party, the fellow with the power authority just punch the hell out of you. Then you are the one which is being punched. So what do? You cannot outfight him using might. You need to outfight him using communication. So in Chinese, it's called 拐地靠you. 拐地靠you means beg for your life. When you're begging for your life, you can only talk. You can only talk, you can only negotiate. So this one is into the talking negotiation side. So by the way, in the modern world, talking negotiation is definitely more powerful than punching people. I don't know whether you agree or not. Right? So that is basically what it's talking about. So the star number 2, so it's an earth star. So, just now earth star talking about what? Nurturing, culturing. Right? So this one combination is that you are able to help with the entire nurturing, culturing process. So if you're doing coaching, this is great. Right, you are doing coaching, negotiation with people, or generally you are a negotiator. So it's a great combination. And by the way, also the 2/7 is a Her2 combination of fire. So when it's a Her2 combination of fire, fire is a primary energy in this particular combination. So this combination allow you to talk, and people will at least pay attention to what you are talking about. I think that is the important stuff. Or else you can talk and talk and talk, nobody listens to you, also no use. Okay, right. So now please do use this if you're in the negotiation line, negotiation industry, or you're going to go into a negotiation with someone, right? So go and convince people. You want to use convince influence also can. So the hexagram, this is gathering hexagram. Gathering hexagram means getting everybody together, or aka called trapping them. Gathering is actually trapping people. So it's like you are in a room, everybody is trapped, and then you are the one holding the mic. So they have no choice but to listen to you. So take this opportunity to send good message, good information to the people around you, so they can help you spread the message one day down the road. Okay, right. So and then you have your south. Right, south got a 7-3, right? So after reading the classical text for this 7-3, right, I tell you, they really hate these two combinations. Right, so because the tree itself is already a pretty negative star. So by the way, the tree is now originally it's a resilient star. It actually represents soldiers. It represents soldiers. Soldiers mean that you send them out, they don't die. They fight, they fall down, then they stand up, they fight, fall down, stand up. That's what resiliency is. But today when we talk about resiliency, we are talking about somebody who argue, lose already, still wanna argue, lose already, because you don't engage in physical fight. So, and star number 7 is also the communication star. So this one is called Mei Wan Mei Liao, right? So somebody who keep on arguing non-stop, right? Which is not a great combination, right? So no, but here's the thing, right? So if you are really using this for resiliency purpose, which means that maybe you're on the sporting arena. So this combination is very good for Olympic. Right. And it is landing in the fire sector somewhere. So people see your training. So all the years of training that you have done, all the resiliency that you have done, right now it is on full display. And 3 7 is a combination of a 10. So anytime that you have a combination, that means that two parties is working together hand in hand in trying to achieve the goal. So can you see that probably team sport can use this combination, right? So team sport resiliency, of course, in the olden day again maybe it's army. So this 3 7 is why when army wanna march, right? So you need to give them the prep talk. Yeah, I know the one where the general tell them today we are here to protect our family. If they breach our line, your family member will all be murdered, raped, and made into slave. So we shall not let them breach our line. That motivational talk lah. And also the drum thingy. When they march. You got the drum thingy. Right? It's basically that. It's rarely up that fighting spirit that the person have. Right? So again, this is the thing that you need to be very clear. You need to know that your fighting spirit is channeled to what first. If you're channeled to really fight somebody in the office, then no point. You're just creating chaos in the office, and the office doesn't belong to you. Yeah, the office doesn't belong to you. The office is not your dad one. Right? So there's no point in getting too dramatic in the office. Right? So a lot of time, please outlook the entire situation. You're not going to be in the office for too long. One day you're going to exit. Right? So I was also ex-corporate, 10 years ago. I've been with the company for 18 years. I worked in the company for 18 years. Then I need to exit the business. And right now I'm in training, and also I'm doing all of this physics. So it's very different from the working world. Right? So that's basically the energy signature for the entire month. Right? So what you need to do is that you need to go and really find out what are the things that you're trying to achieve first. Because without knowing what are the things that you're trying to achieve, simply using the energy, it's like that. Particularly, oh no, where's the well star? Where's the well star? No, let's use the well star. That is what all the thing. You think you touch the well star, it will automatically give you money. Right? If the activity is not giving you money, no use. Okay, you need to really understand so what activity constitute of bringing you in money. Then if you enhance that activity, the resulting is higher money. Understand or not? But if your activity does not bring in money, you enhance the activity, the resulting is called higher. That makes sense, huh? All right, so guys, that's it for this particular thing. Next one we're gonna do is for achievement. Right, so forget which day already, either Tuesday or what. Okay, so we'll be doing achievement a bit later. Right, so okay, take care guys, bye.